Live Kabbalah is a non-profit organization founded for the distribution of the wisdom of Kabbalah and its values. Learning the original principles of this wisdom can reconnect us with the true values of our society, including the belief in the dignity and freedom of man, democracy, and the freedom of speech.
Hello everyone, this week we're in Parashat Behar, which means in the mount. What mount? Mount Sinai. And what does it say? And God spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai, and there's a teaching of the seventh year, which is called in Hebrew Shemitah. The seventh year, according to the biblical law, the farmer has to leave the fields untreated. You can't even turn a stone. Just leave it. And if you think this is tough, after seven cycles like this, which means the 50th year is the Yovel, what became in English Jubilee. What is the Jubilee? The 50th year is after the 7th year of sabbatical. You have another year of Sabbath, which means 2 years in a row, no planting, no turning a stone. Then on the 51st year, then you plant till you have the crops. It's another year. And the Bible is asking, so if you ask, what am I going to eat on the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th year, when it's a Jubilee? Trust God, and you'll get enough for all of them. Pretty tough. Not to speak about just not working for a whole year, which is tough by itself. Now, in Hebrew, the word is, and God spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai, Behar Sinai. The precept of the 7th year applies only in Israel, not outside Israel. Only in Israel. Mount Sinai is not in Israel. Mount Sinai is in Sinai. Which means the law of the 7th year does not apply on Mount Sinai. So now the question is, what's the connection between leaving the fields fallow on the 7th year and Mount Sinai? It's like when somebody speaks nonsense, which means two things that have nothing to do with each other. You say in English, what has apples to do with oranges? In Hebrew you say, what has Shemitah, the 7th year, has to do with Mount Sinai? No connection. That's an expression in Hebrew. There must be a connection because here we read it. It says so. Why do you have to mention Mount Sinai when it talks about the Shemitah? The rule of the Shemitah is a very powerful rule. And the rule is as follows. The universe has been created for one purpose and one purpose only. Because the Creator wanted to share with the creation. And the Kabbalists explain, in order for the creation to be able to take the bliss of the Creator, we were created with a desire to receive, because if you do not have the desire to receive, you cannot enjoy what's being given to you. However, there's a little problem. When we take something for ourselves alone, and we keep it for ourselves, we become an end point. While the light of the Creator is endless, and something that is endless, infinite, cannot have anything to do with something that is finite, which means the last stop. When I take something only for myself, that's the last stop. However, the light is no stop. How can someone that is, his being is about to stop? I take, I receive, it stays, it's mine, nobody else's. How can that have any affinity with the light of the Creator, which is endless? And the answer is no affinity. Which means, when you get something and you really want to keep it, the law is, you have to give it away. You have to let go of it. And in Hebrew, let go is Shemitah. Open your hands and allow it to go. You know, people love to play games, ball games. Most of the ball games we learn are basically an imitation of the real game of life. And the real game of life is about winning, about challenges, about team spirit, and about when you get the ball, you cannot hold on to it, you have to pass it on. Otherwise you lose it. Weird, huh? You have to let go of the ball, move it on, in order to have it. Isn't that what we're just talking about? Oh, I forgot, there's one game you can keep it. In American football, you can keep the ball, but you have to remember, the moment, as long as you're holding for the ball, everybody's allowed to beat you up. That's what life is about. The moment you hold on to things, you hold on it to yourself, the universe beats you up. You want that beating to stop, you have to let go. The secret of letting go of the selfishness and taking in the altruism, sharing, caring and love, this is the secret of Mount Sinai revelation. And that's why it says Shemitah and Mount Sinai. Arriving to Mount Sinai after 7 weeks, this is the counting of the Omer, we are going to face Shavuot within few weeks. And facing Shavuot means getting again the opportunity to connect to the biggest gift, eternal life, given on Mount Sinai. The only way you can keep it is by sharing it. It's not going through the 5 senses. It's going through the heart. And then when you achieve that, then you achieve Behar, the name of the Parashat, Behar. Numerical value of Behar, Bet is 2, Hey is 5, and Reish is 200. Together, it is 207, which is the same numerical value of Or, light. The light of Mount Sinai is available for everyone in one condition. You let go. By sharing, moving it on, passing it on, never being the last stop. You got something, think how you share. And that, the symbol for it, is the 7th year, the 7th level, the 7th Sphira, Sfirat Malchut. You want to be Malchut, you really want to be in control, never hold things for yourself. Always use it to keep the flow, to keep it moving. Then you connect to the light. Thank you. Good luck for all of us.